Alright, so this is a video to help you out with using the Patterns Beatmaker. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to log in. And we're going to go to Sound Software. Go to SoundTrap. And then you're going to go to the project that you had started from class. So it should look like it should have some drums in there, it should have some loops, it should have some things in it that you were working on last time. Now, when we go to use the Patterns Beatmaker, there's a couple different ways that we can use it, and I'm going to show you the first way now. So the first way we're going to do this is we are going to mute our drums because we're going to add in some new drums with the Patterns Beatmaker. So you can mute the drums that you have by clicking on this button that has the little X with the audio signal, and then you're going to hit Patterns Beatmaker down here at the bottom, and you'll notice that it added a new track at the beginning, and we're going to add some drums in here. Now, if we want to change the sound of the machine, we can do that here. If we want to change the reverb and the panning, we got lots of different things that we can do to it. But the first thing that I want you to do after you click the Patterns Beatmaker button is just add some stuff to the grid down here. And you'll notice that right away it's already playing all these things. Now, it's also cycling only this little bit because when you have the Patterns Beatmaker on, it can only add things in chunks. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, if I just add a bunch of random stuff in here, it's probably gonna sound exactly how it looks, a little random. So let's listen to how this sounds. Right? Sounds a little crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add something in that looks a little bit more organized. And I'm gonna put my kick here and maybe here, and I'm gonna put a snare here and here like every other, and then put some hi-hats in like this. This is the first groove that you can try to put in on your own, is something that looks exactly like this. Let's see how it sounds. Sounds okay, doesn't sound bad. If you want to hear it with the entire track, you can hit X, and then what you can do is loop this a little bit more by going up to the top right hand corner of the track and loop and dragging it over. Right, now you can hear it against everything. It's not bad, right? But another groove that you can try, is we can try to take out our bass a little bit. But I want you to check it out. When we go back to the Patterns Beatmaker, if we want to get back to it, we just double click on this and now see how it goes all the way back to the beginning. It's now gone all the way back to the beginning, and now it's cycling over that chunk again. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of this, and I'm going to leave my hi-hats the same because I like my hi-hats every other. I want you all to try and put in this groove. So you got your kick here, and then in the third set of boxes over, you got your snare. So it sounds like this. Now if I want to hear that with the whole thing again, I just hit the X in the top right hand corner and go back to the beginning. You can listen to it. Right, and I have my drums now for the whole track, and now I can choose if I want to use this drum, or I can mute the Patterns Beatmaker drums that I had down here, and I can bring the old drums back and play it out. Which you might like more. It depends on what you want to do, right? You can add in, but this is multiple ways that you can add in a different beat. The other cool thing that we can do with this, if we double click it here, is we can change the machine to a different type of kit. So let's play this. maybe I want to add snappy electro. Cool. And then I listen to it, see how it sounds. Right, so there's lots of different options. That's the first option, which is you can put the groove in as an entirely new groove, and it's taking over what this track already had. So we're muting this track. The other way that you can use the Patterns beat maker is, say that I have this new part that comes in over here. But I would just want to add some drums to it. I don't really want to change what's already there or get rid of this drum track. I just want to add something. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to click on the Patterns beat maker, and now you'll notice that it created it right where I left off in this little, with my play header, right? So I can also move this around to wherever I want to move it to. And what I actually want to add to this is a bunch of hi-hats. So I'm going to go like this. I think that would be cool. Now what I can do is loop this, and I'm going to lower the volume on it a little bit too because it's a little bit loud. I just want to add some fresh hi-hats in there to give it a little bit of a lift when it goes into this next section. So let's hear it. Right, so those are the two different ways that you can put in the Patterns beat maker, or utilize the Patterns beat maker. Two ways that I feel are super easy, super helpful, and that's good if you're just getting started in SoundTrap. Like I said, to review, you can make a full groove, which is what we did here, or you can just add a little something something on top.